Welcome to the channel, everybody. So we are getting a late start, and I apologize for that, but it was completely out of my control, to be completely honest with you. Lost all power, like in the middle of setting up the stream tonight. So obviously couldn't do much. Had to delay things. Really was looking forward to being live on time and getting everybody in and hopefully getting a few things going tonight. Hopefully I still get plenty of you stopping by tonight so that we can hang out, chat, talk about some of the new things coming up, and do a little bit of arena tonight. Obviously, most other things in the game right now are down, so no battlegrounds, no incursions. War is still a little iffy. We're out of Alliance Quest at the moment. So, Arena it is, unless we want to go ahead and finish up some of the side quest or the main quest, most of which I've got pretty much done at this point. So, not really a big factor as far as that goes. But, hey, you know, nothing wrong with getting some Sunday night arena in. Hey, Vatlik, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. At least you were able to make it. A little late tonight for us. Obviously, I can't control weather and I can't control power outages, but I wish I could. So, definitely would make a big difference on things if there was some of those things within my control. But yeah, like I said, I figure what we'll do here is just run. Blake, nice to see you, man. Glad to see people making it tonight. Hey, Bow. The saying is equal rights and equal fights. I like that, man. Yeah, I mean, guys, we're just kind of getting a little. Yeah, it's I'm doing okay. It's been a rough couple weeks, and definitely was looking forward to getting a good stream in tonight, and we're gonna still make the best of it, even with the late start tonight. Obviously, like I said, I wish I could control the weather. I wish I could guarantee that we didn't have to worry about power outages whatsoever. And I wish there was a lot that I had in better control, but we're working towards that. So we're just going to keep going tonight. We're going to go ahead and stick to what the plan was. We're just going to start it a bit later than what we planned. And we'll still get a couple hours in tonight, kind of hang out with everybody. Like I said, we had a huge announcement on Friday. I know a few of you were able to make it in for that stream and talk about some of the changes coming to the game. And I am extremely excited for a lot of the possibilities. I see a lot of potential free-to-play possibilities as well. Which I think was an extremely smart move on Kabam's part after everything that had happened with the 4th of July fiasco, to make sure that everybody knew that there was a free-to-play roadmap out there that was going to give a lot of potential for all of us to be in a little better boat without having to worry about spending a ton of money. So, kind of excited for that. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go to get into Prof's stream because I have to get Tigra to number 3 in his top mystics. Gotcha, man. I appreciate you stopping in. And say hi to Prof for me while you're over there. Definitely appreciate it. Depending on how long we go and how long he's still active, we may swing over ourselves later on in the evening. I'm actually getting my third 7-star this month now instead of October. Awesome, congratulations. Vatlik, I appreciate it. It's all good to see you on, and I'll be okay and off here in a little while. No problem, guys. I realize with me starting a little later than normal, it's going to affect certain people differently. Some people are going to be able to jump in that normally wouldn't be, and some people are going to be a little more limited on how long they can be in stream. So I totally understand it, guys. I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate anybody who takes the time to hit that like button and join me for any of the streams. So it's extremely appreciated. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, had a little bit of a delay there. Was kind of concerned for a moment. Probably because I'm taxing the internet for a moment here. Trying to get multiple things set up. I wanted to have everything set up before I got into stream, but obviously with the late start, I didn't want to take too long trying to get everything going either. Just trying to get my second monitor up and running here real quick, and not everything is not happy that it did not get shut down properly, because we were definitely in the middle of quite a bit of stuff getting set up when the power outage happened. So trying to get everything in place, and looks like we are pretty well good to go, and we just go ahead and grind out some arenas. So August 16th, as was already mentioned as a date in the chat, there is going to be a huge day for a lot to start, and it's going to be a 4-month-long event that we're going to be dealing with. And I'm honestly really excited for the possibilities. Trying to make sure I got everything on the right thing here. Okay. Also, let's make sure that, since I just realized I hadn't done it, that chat is on the right thing as well. So, like I said, guys, pretty excited for everything coming this month. Not only because, like I said, I see a lot of really good free-to-play potential in it all, but also just because the amount of not only free to play, but also the amount of bringing back the importance of alliances. I don't know how many people I've seen over the last few years get to a point where it just, as much as alliances bring to you, it almost was more valuable to you to go ahead and go solo for a minute. I know myself, I kind of did it. I've seen Rich the Man do it. I've seen quite a few other streamers do it. James, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in tonight. And I will tell you this much. As somebody who runs 2 alliances currently, the difficulty of recruiting people has become more than I've ever seen in the past. It's always been a struggle trying to find the right group of people, but now it's even more of a struggle just because of the fact that even people that I don't think can handle it, and they've proven it to me before, will talk about the idea that they want a platinum alliance, or they want they want an alliance doing map 7 or 8. And I've seen people that have accounts that would be lucky if they could handle map 4, talking about I want platinum 3 and map 7 minimum. And I get it that everybody thinks that, you need to be in the highest alliance to get the best rewards. And in a lot of ways, that is overwhelmingly true. But I also do realize that, to be honest with you, unless you're planning on dedicating quite a bit of your life, um, that may not be very easy to do, especially if you don't have the skills for it. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm seeing some issues with the stream here. Not for sure. Trying to see if it's going to work itself out or not. Getting some. I know I'm getting told that I'm having lag, but I'm also watching and I'm not seeing as much of it. Let me know if you guys are seeing a lot of lag on you guys' end. I'd appreciate it. If we need to rework a few things, I will. Wouldn't surprise me if we aren't having quite a bit of issues tonight, just because of the power outage and everybody just getting back and things like that. So we're gonna go for as much as we possibly can here, but obviously I know there's always a possibility of some technical issues after a power outage. But hopefully we can go ahead and press through it, because I kind of want to hang out and talk and see how everybody's doing tonight. See where everybody is setting as far as looking at some of this different stuff. I know I've talked to a few people already and heard some of their opinions on some of this content that's coming, some of the way they're pushing things. I know I've talked to a few people that have reached out to me just because they were looking for alliances, which, like I said, I do run 2 of at the moment. Plus, on top of that, I have a couple resources for a couple other alliances as well. So if you're not in a highly active alliance where most of the members, if not all the members, are doing war, alliance quests, battlegrounds, and incursions, you might want to be considering that. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. I was hoping that it was just temporary, but glad to see that it is working itself out. Like I said, I figure it's probably partially a problem with the fact that all the, we had multiple neighborhoods around me that were completely knocked out of power for close to 2 hours. Which, of course, was extremely frustrating in itself. This may hurt. But at the same time, glad that we were able to get it fixed before it got too late. If it had gotten too late, I think I would have pushed off the stream. But I really did. Like I said, I definitely wanted to get in here and hang out and chit chat, guys. We're gonna start streaming a lot more often. Obviously, I streamed Friday afternoon after Kabam's live stream to do an announcement and kind of recap what they talked about. But I'm gonna try and start doing at least 3 days a week going forward. We'll definitely keep the Sunday night streams in place, and then I'm gonna try and get at least a couple afternoons as well, where we can start streaming that way. We just got the second part of the recap video for the new account out yesterday, and we are gonna be finishing up, catching up to where that is. And then once I've got all of those out, we'll probably do some live streams where we do the new account a little bit on those. Obviously I've got 3 different accounts that we can rotate through. We've got pretty much any content that you could want to see between the three accounts being 100% possible. Let's see here. And so, I mean, it gives me quite a bit to work with. I'm really excited about the new account, to be honest with you. Also, pretty excited with these announcements that they just did. How much possibility I have for that new account, to be truthful. I I really do think that being in a decently active alliance, not even a top tier alliance from what they were saying, but even as long as everybody in your alliance that can do battlegrounds is doing battlegrounds, everybody in your alliance that can do incursions, which should be everybody, is doing incursions when the time comes. As long as everybody is active in war, as long as everybody is pulling their weight in an AQ, the potential rewards they were talking about across the board were just so phenomenal in my opinion that I really do think that it is an opportunity to grow an account quite a bit, even for newer players, even for those who, especially for those who are free to play. I think there's quite a bit of potential there. Um, I know myself, obviously, I've had to rein back a bit of the spending because 4th of July was a lot more than I planned on spending for. And on top of that, took a couple financial hits, period, anyways. Um, but, I mean, guys, it's. I see so much. I really do. And it's great, in my opinion. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think? I obviously a bow before he took off said that the 16th is going to be fire. I really do think that the 16th is going to be a big kickoff, and I think these next several months, leading all the way up to the banquet event and into the New Year's event, it's normally a huge time period for changing your account, for growing your account, for the potentials for your account. And I think this year is probably going to be one of the bigger ones. Um, if you disagree, feel free to say so. If you think it's just another bait and switch, which is always possible on Kabam's part, we've seen it plenty of times. Um, but I really don't think so. I don't think they'd risk that at this point. I think we've seen so much upset in the community lately that it's extremely important that Kabam gets these next few months right. Especially considering December pretty much is the time period that makes the entire year for Kabam. I think if they were to not get this event right, it would put a very sour taste into people's mouths at a time period that Kabam needs us to be as favorable towards the game as possible. Um, Again, my opinion. uh, so I don't know, guys. I'm really kind of excited. Um, I mean, I'm always excited, especially considering the fact that, I've spent over 7 years playing this game as it is. I've met so many wonderful people, even before starting my channel, and even more since we started the channel. I think that we have one of the best communities out there, and long term, um, I if something happened to MCOC tomorrow, every YouTuber out there, myself included, would just find a new game to play. There's plenty of them out there, but I like the community that we have, and I know that if the game ended, everybody would go in a different direction. Not everybody at once is going to communally decide, let's all go play the same game again. That would be wonderful, and it would mean that it really doesn't matter what Kabam does. But I don't see that being where things go by any means. I see the longer that the health of this community, uh, the health of this game is, the longer that this community is solidly together. Um, and that matters to me because I do enjoy this community. I miss a lot of the people that I spent the first couple years playing this game with just because they became extremely good friends for quite some time. And when they left the game, it was a sad time period. Zacharias, nice to see you. Also known as Chief of MCOC Gaming. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Or Chief of YouTube Gaming. I apologize. Got the new name wrong. But nice to see you, man. Prof has the slowest community with having Tiger. Man, like, I don't get people that do not understand that Tiger is minimum top three. Um, appreciate it, man. But yeah, about I 100% agree. She should be minimum top three. I absolutely love her. I know that she takes a bit of work to use. Dooms, Abs, Tigra. Yeah, I can. I'm not. I can agree with that list without a problem. I'm glad I'm not owned by MCOC now. AB, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in, man. But yeah, I really I can't argue with that list. I see the potential in Doom. I don't use him nearly as much. Abs is debatable with Rintra. I think the Rintra rework is going to bump him down a little bit, but that's only because people are going to have to learn how to properly use him, as opposed to having all of his abilities trigger so easily. And that's going to cause a lot of people think that he's a dud because they're not used to him. But yeah, I mean, it's really debatable where you put Rentraw in the top five. But I don't think even with his rework that the top five is. He has to still stay in the top five, in my opinion, until we see somebody a lot better come into the mix. And even then, uh, let's see. Yeah, I can. Let's see. I'm looking at a couple of things here. um, I'm glad I'm not owned by MCOC now. Yeah, I get it. Um, and I mean, that's what I was just talking about was the idea that, the longer this game goes, the better off we all are as far as a community because it gives us all a banner to unite under. And obviously, if the game ended, I know quite a bit of us would go in multiple different directions, and I don't see the bulk of people all ending up in the same spots. Even if everybody went to another Marvel game, there are quite a few Marvel games out there. Um, and I think it would definitely shake up the community quite a bit, and we'd all land in different spots and be what it is. But I am extremely happy that MCOC has lasted this long. Too far gone. Nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Let's see, AB. Wolf, I was driving to pick up Chinese food, and then some dude sneezed into his hand and then gave me my order. I had them remake it. Then on the way back, the guy pulled over and pulled out of his car. Crazy. Felt like I was a cameraman in live. Man, yeah, I can get it, especially considering, I definitely, if you're gonna not use good sanitation while handling food, yeah, I'm gonna send it back too. um, if this game dies, I'm moving to always and becoming a fisher. Okay. AB, I want to get into fighting either way. It's great seeing everybody tonight. I appreciate everybody stopping by, even with the late start tonight. Alaska. Okay, that one makes more sense. I've known a couple people who have lived up in Alaska. I have never been there myself. But everybody I've ever talked to says that it is some of the most beautiful country that you can find. Um, and it obviously there are some places in Alaska that get ridiculously cold, but I have been told as well there are some very comfortable places there as well. Uh, no, I get the typo, man. It's all good. Trust me, I do it plenty. um, but yeah, Alaska is definitely some place I wouldn't mind visiting at some point. Just gonna have to time it right. Also, one of those things that I think AB you'd have a little bit more fun up there, anyways, with the insomnia. The 24-hour days and the 24-hour nights might actually work out for you once in a while. Um, People who understand Tigress say she should be a top 10 Mystic. Yeah, I don't care if you understand her or not. If you watch somebody do good gameplay with her, you understand real quick that she is at least a top five, if not a top three, and I will always put her in my top three. Um, I mean, I took her to rank five over Doom. I didn't even consider taking Doom up before Tigra. As a matter of fact, I took Tigra and Absman up before I took up Doom, and I honestly still have not taken Doom to rank 5 yet. Are we acting up again? Yeah, I saw that. Give me just a second here, guys. I'm checking the stream health here. Um, let's see. Let's see if we can recover this. Sorry, guys. I'm doing a couple things here that might help fix this. Come on. Come on. Let's see if that helps. So we're lagging a bit here. My fastest fight, Tigra, would be 20 seconds against Hawkling. Who else does that? I'll tell you this much. It was a couple weeks ago on stream. I was able to just annihilate Annihilus with Tigra, and it was probably some of the best gameplay, period. And definitely worth her being everything that she says she is. What do we got going on here? Okay, everything on this side is good. Hopefully we're fixing this here, guys. It looks like I'm back. Let me know if that's a little better. It looks like fixing it. Looks like we're just a little more strained tonight than normal. Yeah, Absman definitely does quite a bit too. Which partially I ranked him up because he can do so much, but I also ranked him up because he's just ridiculous for defense. Um, so I can understand. He's definitely like there is a lot of debate in the Mystic category on who those top five are. Um, I know more often than not, everybody goes directly to Doom as number one. I debate that one personally. Not that I don't think that he deserves the number one spot. I just know that he's a little bit more finesse to work with. I have a lot easier time working with Tigra than I do with Doom by far. That being said, I can do. I also know that there's a lot of people that are in the exact opposite boat that can do quite a bit more with Doom than they could do with Tigra. So I understand that as well. Rizzo Raid. Hey, Gerald. Hey, Cataclysm. Nice to see you guys. Appreciate you guys coming over. Hopefully we'll see Rizzo here in a second himself. Rizzo, nice to see you, man. Welcome. Appreciate you bringing people over tonight. Music Man Joe, nice to see you as well. Appreciate everybody from the raid coming over. Claire is number one. I mean, that's the thing, is there's certain classes that I think it's a stupidly hard debate to decide who is number one. That's just like, Cosmic class. It is the most stacked class of all, by far. That being said, I know most people will say Hercules is the best. Immortal Gamer, nice to see you as well. 47 Celtic, appreciate you stopping in. God, so many guys. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the 9 likes already on stream. Everybody. Gerald, yeah, I thank you for the call out. Anybody who hasn't already, I do appreciate any new subs that we do get. Immortal, you didn't know I had a channel. Not a problem, man. Yeah, I've had a channel for. We started at the end of November of last year, and I started streaming in March. Normally I stream Sunday nights, but starting this next week, we're going to start adding a few more days to the schedule. Trying to work out what works out best for me. But eventually we're going to get up to the point where we're streaming at least 4 days a week, as well as getting videos out 3 to 4 days a week as well. Up until now, I've been primarily focused on 1 day a week of streaming and having a video out almost every day. We kind of hit a hiccup on that this last couple months, but we doing good. Science class was the weakest class for the longest time. I agree. I might be thinking about another wolf. LOL. Either way, I subbed. Appreciate it, Immortal. 100% appreciate it. It's definitely one of those things that the science class has taken a big hit. I know the mutant class was really dropping off for a while. Not that it didn't have some real banger champions, but it was dropping off just because the numbers of them, it was just so far down. Obviously, bringing in Danny did quite a bit for that. What I was saying with the Cosmic class there before I kind of got distracted, though, is that in spite the fact that everybody thinks that Hercules is just the top of the heap all the time, like myself, I leveled up Cosmic Ghost Rider before I leveled up Hercules. Personally, I'm not sure that I will take my Hercules above rank 4. Just because he does so much at rank 4, and I think there's more value in other champions in the class that I can have at rank 5. Let's see. Appreciated Immortal. I don't. Let's see. Rizzo Wolf is an amazing, underestimated YouTuber. Sub for more streams and content from him. Appreciate that, Rizzo. Consistent, but does burn yourself out. Yeah, I know. I'm doing quite a bit to avoid burnout, Rizzo, and I appreciate that. We're working on getting everything in place so that we don't have to worry about that anytime soon. I am in this for the long haul of making sure that we have a channel for years to come. Cosmic is the worst class, 47 Celtics. So you really can't say he's the best in everything, to be honest. What content is this? Right now I'm just literally running some arena for Sunday. Let's see. Immortal Gamer says nerf Hulkling. Ghost definitely isn't good on defense either. Music Man, he does everything on attack, and he's just slow as a defender. Time for SP3. Cosmic versus everybody. Herc is good on defense with the immortality. Yeah, that can come into being a big factor. I like Herc. I have him at rank 4, Sig 200, but I don't use him everywhere. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I have him at rank 4, Sig 200, but like I said, I think I use Cosmic Ghost Rider more often these days. King Group's going to be my first rank 5 Cosmic. I've seen multiple people do that, and that's amazing. Cosmic is definitely stacked. Hulkling is the guy. I like to pick appropriate for the fight, so I'm just pounding with Herc. Yeah, I get it. I try and not use Herc too much, just because he's not the only choice in the game. I need what would Wolf do advice for sort of dumb situation. AB, throw it at me, man. YouTube be tripping, bro. Yeah, I know. We had a power outage earlier, and I think it really we're just trying to get back from it still. So I'm hoping that we can keep a healthy stream most of the night tonight. But if it gets too bad, we'll call it a little early tonight. But I'm trying not to since we started so late. Let's see. Let's see. Gladiator gonna be better than Herc, mainly because he'll be a 7-star, assuming Kabam makes all new from what Kabam's saying, all new champions will be 7 stars from the time they come out, which is interesting. But yeah, I do think Gladiator does have a lot of potential on ending up being better than Hercules, though it's going to be a little iffy. But I also do think I was talking about this the other night in a stream, that as soon as we get the majority of people having used the, oh my god, I'm blanking words, ascensions to ascend Hercules, and you end up with a bunch of rank 5 Sig 200 6 stars that are ascended, then that's when Kabam will turn around and put out a 7-star Hercules, even though they swore that they're not going to. I also see it happening with Quake and Magic, because I know almost everybody I know is going to take that first free one that you get from them sending it, and for that 4 or 5 star one, I don't. If you're smart about it, I don't know anybody that isn't going to use that one on either Magic or Quake. And I bet you within 3 months of getting that free one, we end up with Magic or Quake as a 6-star. Yeah, Music Man Joe, agree. I've debated whether or not it's going to be Magic or Quake, but I think mine is probably going to be Quake as well. But I think there's a solid argument for making Magic that first Ascension as well. As far as the 6-star Ascension goes, that one is going to be where everybody's going to have a lot of debate. But I also do think that the more people that ascend Hercules, the more likelihood that we end up with a 7-star Hercules. Gerald, enjoy Fortnite. If I get a chance, I'll swing over and show you some support. Appreciate you stopping in, man. 100%. 6-star Quake, though, yes, is going to be gorgeous when she does finally show up. I'm going with Fury Joe if I don't get 6-star by then. Yeah, I'm really thinking about going with Fury as my 6-star Ascension. But as far as the 5-star goes, I personally do not think anybody should waste it on anything other than Quake or Magic. Now, I realize that I'm making my own case against it because of the fact that I do believe that as soon as they see enough of them in the game, we will see 6-star Quake and 6-star Magic. That being said, I still think that there is, because of the fact that everybody else exists as a 6-star, I don't think there's anybody else that has as much value to push up. Yeah, but you probably have a 6-star Fury. Yes, I do have a 6-star Fury. So that one does make a big difference for me. As a matter of fact, my 6-star Fury is rank 5 and Sig 200. Give me a second, guys. I'll catch back up with chat in just a second. We all know Archangel can be one of those ones that played against right. You can take him down without a problem. But too many slip-ups and you will go down. Luckily enough, he can't poison me, so that helps. This music is reminding me of the last level me and Ray just played. Yeah, it's gonna be about time for me to change up my music a bit soon. But this is what we got running for the moment. I got to do quite a bit of rework on some things this week. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's see if we can't have a little lover spat here between Kitty and Colossus. He wants to talk about who's wearing the pants. She wants to talk about the fact that he never sees her. Little inside joke there. Let's see. I don't have Fury as a 6-star, by the way. But I can see people using them on champions they don't have as 6-stars, though, as well. I can understand that, but I think it's a little bit of a debate on whether or not it's worth using it just because you don't have the champion as a 6-star. Because we all know eventually everybody will end up getting every champion as a 6-star. Yeah, AB, I know I'm running into a little bit of lag on stream tonight. Again, I want to see if we can't maybe work our way through it. It seems to be every time that I think that it's going to stick like that, it seems to kind of work itself out. So hopefully we can. Hopefully it's just one of those things that, given a little bit of time, it'll work itself out as well. But if it does get too bad, let me know. We'll just try streaming another day this week. I mean, we're going to anyways. End of the day, people should use it on whoever they want instead of what other people are doing. I agree with that too. Everything about this game has got to be your personal decisions. I don't care how many YouTubers will tell you this champion is this champion you're supposed to level up. I don't care how many alliance leaders will tell you this is the champion you're supposed to level up. If you know, I think one of the greatest things I seen recently was the fact that somebody ranked 5 Groot. Okay? Not because of the fact that I think Groot is a champion that should be ranked 5 by any means, but I guarantee he wasn't listening to anyone else when he did it. And I commend that. 100% do I commend that. I think that makes a huge difference. Play the champions not only that you have, but the champions that you enjoy. The fact that I took Proxima to rank 4 and rank 5 over Herc. Music Man, I think that's a great move. First off, I know a lot of people, and I think she's a great champion. She's not my favorite, but I think that, what is going on? Okay. So, Wolf, I was in a fantasy football league with a former friend and quit in 2018, but lost access to the email since it's an old global email, so I never got to exit his league apparently. He has kept the league going and apparently kept my account in there since nobody wants to play with him. I found out and told him to remove it since I can't access it, but he hasn't replied. Should I let it go or push it to find a way to get him to remove it? Guy's an ex-friend for a reason. Garbage person, always insecure, gossips behind people's back. Honestly, man, if you didn't even know that that account still existed and it's not affecting you in any way, shape, or form, I think that's something that you should just let go. You're just going to waste a lot of your own personal energy on something that's not healthy for you. So just ignore it. Rizzo, I rank up who I want and take up who I will. Hulk Hogan will be coming for or you. Nice one, Rizzo. I agree. Immortal, I'm gonna head out, guys. For have a good night. Wolf, I'll hit the bell and I'll be back on the next one. Thank you, Immortal. I appreciate that overwhelmingly. Thank you for stopping in, and I hope you get a great night's sleep. Have a great night again, and I will talk to you soon. I appreciate you stopping in and can't wait to see you in another one soon. Everyone wants to have the same taste in who they like to use. Yeah, I think that's a waste. I don't know how many years I used champions that other people didn't think were as good. Loki is one of my go-to examples. I used Loki for a long time before anybody started putting him on tier lists. And everybody's like, oh, Loki's a waste. Loki's a waste. Yeah, until people started realizing how much you could do with that buff still. And that unblockable special 2. And then all of a sudden Loki became important. And then when people realized the synergy with Heimdall, Loki became even more important. Eventually you'll either be a trendsetter or you'll just be happier because you did who you wanted to. Let's see. Pretty much why I wanted to make Psylocke my first rank 5 mutant. Again, if you enjoy her, that's who you should be pushing up. Uh, Rizzo's apparently a secret member. Immortal, all right, I'm out. Nice. Again, thank you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. AB, no problem. I'm more than willing to give you advice. You don't have to take it, but that is how I personally feel on it. I've been in that situation. I was in a league for years, and I stopped doing fantasy football because of toxic people. But at the same time, I'm not going to waste all my energy on what they're still doing. They can do whatever they want. I didn't put the first letter in though, so if they don't know the quote, they won't know what I said. Gotcha. Um, I knew it existed. I just didn't know he had kept the account in there. I had a hunch, but I found out for sure last year. I was hoping he'd stop the league. Yeah, again, man, you're just wasting energy worrying about it. So move on. You already have. It doesn't matter what's still going on with those people. I have a lot of those type of people in my life, or orbiting outside of my life, I should say. Um, Whereas that there are people that I still I could worry about. Tiny, nice to see you stop in. I appreciate you stopping in before you went to bed, man. And I totally agree. If you can use the champion, and who cares what everybody else thinks. If Allison's edit approaches, she's ranking nothing but skill. Um, then there's Sherbin, who ranks up nothing but trash. Yeah, I mean, guys, I've seen so many people out there that, like, I know personally. I think there's a lot of people that are. Rizzo, see you in just a second. Grab that snack. Grab me one while you're at it. Be careful. Don't get attacked by all the kids. I see a lot of people that were in top tier alliances that ranked people specifically for prestige, or they ranked people specifically because their alliance required them to. People told them, hey, we need this defender, so you're going to be the one that ranks them. And I think a lot of people ended up very miserable because they were told who they had to play. But I really do think there was a lot of people that in the smaller alliances, it's similar to the size Iron, that were a lot happier just because they didn't have to worry about ranking up anybody they didn't enjoy. Do I think you should pigeonhole yourself to the point where you only rank up specific champions because they're the best ones in your opinion? No. I think you should occasionally try out other champions that you're not comfortable with so that you can see if maybe you're not ranking up somebody you should. But at the same time, I won't tell anybody in any of my alliances, and I will not allow anyone in an alliance to tell me who I should rank up. If that were the case, my Herc would be rank 5, Doom would be rank 5. It wouldn't be hard to tell you who all my rank 5s would be, because they'd be all the top of the list guys. And I think that's great until you find out you can't play one of them. I want to rank 5 OG Cap and Rhino. Rhino was my first 5-star. And at that point in time, Rhino absolutely sucked. And it was really disappointing to get him as a 5-star. Because back then, it took months to build up to a 5-star. Months. As a matter of fact, just to illustrate the difference, Didi just hit, I think, night 7 or 8 of his new account challenge and just got his first 5-star. I had been playing the game for over a year and a half when I pulled Rhino. Huge difference in where the game is now compared to where it was then. But that being said, as much so as I really, even with his buff and everything, I don't think Rhino is that great of a champion. If you enjoy him and you can use him and you're able to clear content with him, rank him to rank 5 without a problem. Don't let anyone else tell you differently. Make him that guy, be that guy, and show everybody else that Rhino's worth it. Because eventually everybody will. If you do well enough, that's exactly how it's going to go. Hussein, I agree. Prestige is one of the cash grab things in the game. 100%. It's one of those things that has been pushed down people's throats far too much. The idea that you need to have this particular champion, or that if you don't rank up this one, the greatest fiasco with that, I think, was when Silver Surfer was the top of the prestige list. And every top tier alliance had Silver Surfer as their number one champion for every single one of their members. And yet, at the exact same time, I don't know how many people were talking about how much of a dud Silver Surfer was. And whereas I don't think he's completely useless, I do understand that he's not the greatest of champions and definitely not the best cosmic champion. And yet people were just blindly leveling him up over and over and over again because of the fact that that's what every top tier alliance was doing for prestige purposes. And like, I just don't think it's worth it. I don't. I don't care how good the rewards can get. Not anytime soon though. Rhino was my first 3-star. Pretty much why I want to rank 5 him. Hey, nostalgia can be amazing, man. Plus, he's annoying on defense without the right counter. I can see that, too. Maybe if I go back to the kitchen for 30 minutes, something else will be in there. Hey, it's amazing. Sometimes, food appears or disappears or, it's... I've checked the fridge 20 times to see what was there. And it wasn't always there. So yeah, give it half an hour. Plus, on top of that, with as many kids as you got, man, like, who knows what's going to appear in your house or fridge or wherever. Like, one of them might go grocery shopping and not tell you. So, it is what it is, man. Keep checking that fridge. So. Can I check general on Discord? Give me just 1 second. I will do so. Let me get through this fight real quick, and we will jump over there for a second. Do bear with me when I do this because I am not DD or anybody else. I will have to put us up on a different screen for a second because I don't have everything set up properly so I can jump back and forth between Discord. So give me just 1 second and I'll go over and check Discord real quick and be right back. So I will have to check that after stream because I can't play it. DD stream gets coke. I sent the goofiest video, and it's not a video I send on DD stream. Okay, not a problem. I will check it after video, or after stream tonight, just because I have my phone all linked in on everything. That is something I'm going to be addressing this week, especially with the fact that I'm going to start streaming more often, is figuring out how to do some of the great transitions that I see some of the amazing people like Rizzo and Cataclysm and DD and Prof and all the others do so well. And I am going to spend several hours this week learning how to do that better. So that when you guys do send me things over, I can share it on the spot. So please bear with me on that one, but I will message you off stream and tell you what I thought of it particularly. Let's see. I made $10 playing Solitaire on my phone. Took a few tries, but it hit my PayPal today. This game is going to fund my MCOC. That's awesome, man. I do a few different things. As a matter of fact, one of the things I was just talking to Didi about is because he just got the new Samsung, and I was telling him how I use Google Play rewards to fund about $30 worth of my spending in MCOC every month. Hey Wolf, if it's just me or is it your mic cutting out every second? No, it's not just you. It is actually the stream itself. We had a power outage tonight right as I was getting ready to go live at 7. And it is clearly screwing with a lot of things as far as us being consistent tonight. I think the stream is having I think there's a lot of network overload because so many people got kicked off for a while. So I think it's definitely one of those things. Without thinking about it, and right after you get done reading this, name a champion off the top of your head. Ghost Rider. CJ, nice to see you, man. Definitely need to talk to you soon. I know you've been extremely busy, so I'm bearing with you for as long as it takes. But depending on if you're still available after I get done tonight, or if not, we'll set up something in the next few days. 8th. Tigra at 8. That's not okay. Wow. Hey, Bao, I think at some point soon here, we may have to, CJ, sounds good, man. Appreciate you letting me know. We can talk tomorrow night, no problem. Music Man, I think mostly the reason why it jumped out as Ghost Rider is because I've been debating on who the new Ghost Rider is going to be that Kabam mentioned during the stream. Because originally I was thinking Robbie Reyes, but I totally forgot about Danny Ketchum and Danny Ketch, not Ketchum, Ketch, and a few others of the Ghost Rider squad. Plus, on top of that, too, I don't know. It was just, I agree. Tiger is definitely, arguably, one of the best Mystic champions. It's, I don't know, guys. Maybe that's something that we'll do on a stream here soon. It's, you know, not to take away from Prof or that community by any means. I do like his format for how he does it, but I think his community kind of occasionally misses the boat. So maybe we will do a stream here soon where we talk about community vote for best champions. I will have to look into how I want to do that if that's something that we decide to do. But if he's going to let Tigra slip all the way to number 8, we got to do something about that. Ash Ketchum is the next Ghost Rider. Gotta catch them all. Souls, that is. So, yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a Freudian slip. Too much time playing Pokemon and watching Pokemon with the kids and everything else. So, yeah, Danny Ketch became Danny Ketchum. But, hey, I think that would be a interesting thing. Could also explain where Ash's dad disappeared to for all those years. I was thinking because I make MCOC trailers for different champions. I was going to make one depending on the champion you named. Okay. Cosmic Ghost Rider then. Like, that one's a great one. But I made one for Cosmic Ghost Rider, so I don't know if I want to make one for regular Ghost Rider. Okay, then do Wolverine. Because Wolverine is normally going to be my go-to choice. Wiccan plus America Chavez ain't better than Tigra. Yeah, I don't think Wiccan or America Chavez should be higher than Tigra. I checked out the out profs list. America Chavez being above Tigra is a sin. I agree. Only anime I will watch is Pokemon. Um, Not for me. I've got quite a few animes that I actually enjoy. Um, Absolutely love Bleach. Obviously Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. Um, it's quite a few movies um, as far as animes that I have been huge fans of. Series is, like I said, Full Metal Jacket, or Full Metal Alchemist. I can't believe I just said jacket. Full Metal Alchemist, Inuyasha. If we want to go into movies, pretty much anything Miyazaki, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke, obviously, yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on. Aeon Flux. I mean, I've been a big fan of anime for a lot of years, so there's a lot of them that I've watched. Yes, Full Metal Jacket is an extremely old movie. Did see that? Did see the movie years ago, but I did mean to say Full Metal Alchemist, 100%. Breakfast Club, love that movie. I am a big movie fan. As a matter of fact, there was a point in time. So, I lived in a small town in Minnesota for about 4 years, and cable was so unreliable, but at the same time so extremely expensive. Um, and so we pretty much relied just on our movie collection for a long time. But just randomly watching movies, especially after the second or third time through them, uh, like it can get boring to a point. So I decided to make a game out of it. And what I did is every movie that we watched for probably a good 6 months straight had to have something tied into it, had to have an actor from the movie that we had just watched had to be in the next movie as well. So we went through it ended up being a big game. Let's see. What do you like more, movies or shows? For anime or just in general? Death Note, Gundam, Seed Destiny, Code Geass, Samurai 7, Samurai Campo, Basilisk, Claymore. Man, Rizzo, yeah, we could definitely talk anime sometime. The only real anime I've watched is anime. Okay. What is wrong with my brain? The only real anime I've watched is Death Note. Yeah, I haven't got around to Death Note yet, which I know is almost blasphemous, according to certain people. But it is definitely one that's on my list. Definitely heard some very bad things about the live series that they tried to do based off of Death Note. Um, but I don't know how many times I've seen them. A lot of live stuff end up getting messed up like that. Um, let's see. Are we frozen or am I just behind? I'm gonna get through this fight and then I gotta check something on stream. The live action was just 3 a.m. YouTube video. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, it'll definitely be one that I end up checking out at some point. Not quite for sure when we're gonna get that one on the list. I got so many things I'm behind on. Animes, TV shows. Hell, I still haven't even had the chance to watch the newest Avatar, and I've been trying to do that for a few months. But obviously, if you want to hurt and insult somebody, say, I hope your favorite anime or book gets turned into a Netflix. Yeah, I can see where that would be painful. I've never seen One Piece or Death Note before. One Piece is one of those ones that I don't know what it is about it. It just, there's something about it that just doesn't look right to me. So I didn't take a lot of interest on whether or not I was ever going to check out One Piece. Death Note looked really good to me though. But I was caught up on I was caught up into so many other ones at the time. As a matter of fact, I think when I first heard about Death Note was when I was in the middle of my first watch through of Bleach. And in spite the fact of trying to figure out where the movies fall in the Bleach series, I still think Bleach has definitely been one of my, as far as series go, probably one of my top anime series. And that's even with some of the other ones that have been out there that I've really liked, like Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha and all the other ones that I've loved overwhelmingly. Um, but there's just something about Bleach that I really like. So, oh, in general, what's better from out of movies or shows? That's that's hard to say. Um, there's a lot of movies that I absolutely love and that I would watch a million times over. And I do love the movie experience, especially anything MCU. As a matter of fact, for the longest time, I didn't miss any movies from the MCU in the theaters. This last year was one of the first times I did. That being said, TV shows, I there's so many of them that I've gotten invested in that I put years of my life into. Um, let's see, not a lot of people know about Basilisk. It's based off an old school ninja scroll. Romeo and Juliet plus Naruto equals Basilisk. That could be interesting to see. I definitely would check something like that out, Rizzo. Something that I would look into. Um, my favorite movie is it's chapter one. Don't know why. It chapter one. Okay. Yeah. Are you talking the new one or the original? Because I haven't seen the new one yet, but the original was phenomenal. Not the best Stephen King movie by any means, but definitely loved it as a kid. Um, hey, Val, have you ever seen the original? Because it's worth checking out. I do still need to check out the new one. But as far as like I said, yeah, Bill Skarsgård. I've heard a lot of really good things with him, and obviously he was great in Deadpool. Um, but like TV shows, I've I spent 17 seasons watching Supernatural. Watched every episode of Game of Thrones. Um, yeah, I know I'm a big nerd, but who of us amongst us aren't? Shiny is quite a close contender as well. See, and I think it and Shining are two of them that people easily go to. Obviously, if you want the non-horror ones, Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption, Stand by Me, phenomenal movies and definitely probably the top of his stuff. Period. As far as his books go, the Dark Tower series is my absolute all-time favorite series. I was so annoyed when they tried to make that movie because it was so crap and there was so no chance of it ever being good. But as far as movies go, um, Langoliers, um, Thinner would have probably been one of my top ones. Cujo is amazing. Um, I used to watch a lot of horror when I was younger. I don't watch a lot of horror these days. Probably about the only thing horror related that I even bothered with recently was Stranger Things. And that one is, I think, was one of the best done series that I've seen in quite a while. I loved all the throwbacks in it. I loved how just amazing that series was, in all honesty. So, I'm really glad that we have one more season, I believe, of it coming out. Luckily enough, before I started streaming, I caught up on the last season of that. Not started streaming at night, but before I started doing the channel and stuff, because the channel, between the channel and the full-time job, that is why I'm falling behind on a lot of movies and series and things like that. If I don't have the means to watch a horror movie, I go to a channel called Dead Meat. Yeah, season 5 was the last season. So, yeah, I've heard there's a couple really good things to go to for if you're looking for horror. There's some amazing horror podcasts out there. I know that. And then I know there's an entire streaming service dedicated to nothing but horror movies. Um, so, I mean, being a horror fan is not something that you're out of the norm with. What if I find my ex-friend and beat him up like a mature adult would? That is not what a mature adult would do, AB. And trust me, I have done things like that, so I know the difference between what a mature adult would do and what a non-mature adult would do. And the mature adult stops worrying about their old friend and how much their old friend has screwed with their life and lives the best possible life they can, because that is the best punishment ever. So, AB, let's get you out there. Let's get you traveling. Let's get you doing some better things. And screw this old friend because they were clearly never a friend in the first place. So, stop wasting the energy. About came with me. We can take care of him. You're right, Wolf. Yes, I am. The Dead Meat channel does kill counts, but also shows clips and segments of horror shows. Okay, cool. Is that kind of like the website that used to exist that would tell you what point in time you could go into in any movie to see an actress topless? I swear I don't know that that website existed. But yeah, kill counts. Like, I mean, if you definitely are a big horror fan, um, having a kill counter can be fun. As a matter of fact, I remember there was a movie years ago. It was a B-rated horror movie that actually had a kill count on screen. Um, it was cheesy as could be, but it was kind of fun. Let's go in here. So, let's see. I just awakened Scarlet Witch Sigil today, actually. Um, I hit enough sigil tokens to get her for the second time and awaken her. So now I don't have to worry about her anymore. Happy Death Day. That one could be one. Oh, well, I believe that one did have a death counter as well, but this one would have been a lot further back. Um, I'm talking like late 80s, early 90s B movie. I'm talking like Toxic Avenger type time period. If anyone has any clue what that reference is. So, and if not, I guarantee I just overwhelmingly dated myself if anyone wants to look that up. It is also the, for those who do not know where, Toxic Avenger, it is actually the movie where the actual only time of how many points you get for running people over is listed in a movie. So, worth checking out. AB, you're old, you should know. Yeah, AB and I are pretty close to the same age from what I know. I think he's a couple years older than me, but not much. So, since stream count is overwhelmingly lying to me because it keeps telling me that we have nobody in here, and I know for a fact that obviously AB just became 30. That's nice. I do believe that's a misrepresentation there, my friend, but we'll go with it. We can call you 30. But that's only because I seem to remember that is old, though. As soon as you hit 30, you're old. Yeah, it does. Death Race did it later, but no. Originally, it was done in the Toxic Avenger. I swore, AB, I swore somebody that we were talking about it in a DD stream recently that you were like, 48 or something. I might be wrong, and that's fine. I'm not doubting you, man. If you're 30, you're 30. October of 1992, almost 31. I know a lot of people born in October, including my son. Rob Smith, that's what it was. Rob Smith is 48. That's who I was mixing it up with. Rob Smith is the old guy. My apologies. I know how important it is to never talk about a woman's age. All love, AB. Just kind of giving you crap there, man. But yeah, no. October of 92. That would have been the October of my 8th grade year. Yeah. Wow. It's a long time ago. uh, AB, I have kids almost as old as you, to be truthful with you. I'm only a few years away from having a 30-year-old for one of my children. At least if he survives that long, I should say. Which I hope he will, but the amount of time he spends on his mother's couch. That's why we don't talk about your age, Wolf. Keeping the ladies not mad. I agree. Glamorella, boss, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in tonight. I hope your stream went really well. I love asking women their age, and when they're offended, I say, "You want equal rights? Well, then you got them." And a bow gets punched at least once a week. Guys, yeah, I appreciate everybody having a lot of fun tonight. So, since we do have a few people in stream tonight, I have far too many Awakening gems. And I thought I would give 2 of them to the stream to decide who they go to. What do you guys think? Because at this point, I am sitting on, I think, 11 Awakening gems. And most of my champions that need awakened already are. So I think it's a good time to let you guys decide something. That went dark. We don't ask your age because we don't want to offend the ladies like you. I'm stealing the joke because I have none. Hey, occasionally a stolen joke is okay. What's not okay is when you don't admit that you stole the joke. When you try and pass it off as your own joke, then, you end up with a comedical error and you end up being a story. Whereas that somebody thinks that you're amazing 1 minute and then questions everything about you the next. So as long as you do what all my teachers told me for years, which is make sure you cite your source, you solid, bro. If I was 49 and still this sick, I'd be dead. I am not even lying. My blood pressure is off the charts. If I don't heal up by my 30s, I'll be done. Man, I hope not. I really do hope that things start turning around for you a lot, man. I know we've talked about your health issues on a few different occasions, but things will look up, man. Stop letting all the doctors feed you medicines that are making you sicker. Hey, Chief, nice to see you, bringing in the actual streaming account. One of my friends' ex keeps stealing my joke and acted like he made it then. Yeah, that's frustrating. most of my jokes are good, but they're normally cheesy enough that nobody else wants to steal them. So I want to heal up and become Bao's older brother. Allows me to tell you, allow a Bao. Tell me if you want free membership at 1 million subs for free. Chief, how are you giving people 1 million subs? Rizzo gonna call it a night. Appreciate you stopping in, and thank you so much for the raid, my man. Overwhelmingly appreciate the support and the love. Have a good night and get some rest, my man. I will talk to you soon. So let's go ahead and take a look over here real quick after I grab some rewards. Not that it was anything worth worrying about, but we were just talking about it. So I have 6 generics, 1 skill, and 1 mystic at the moment. But I still have not collected all of my generics from the side quest yet. Hoodlum, nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. So I think, like I said, let's take 2 of these generics and let chat decide who we're going to use them on. Hoodlum, you caught Rizzo just as he was taking off. I don't know if he's still here or not, but he was heading to bed for the night. So, still appreciate you stopping in overwhelmingly. So let's go ahead and take a look here, guys. Like I said, I have 6 generics. I will let chat choose 2 tonight that we can put those on. If I could give them to somebody else, I would. Right off the bat here, I already see Scorpion and Kitty being thrown out there. Obviously, we got Shang-Chi, Hawkling, Ultron. We got quite a few here that we could be looking at. Obviously, Void does need the Awakening, so does Wolverine. But both of them also need extremely high SIG levels. You need them more than I do. Hey man, if I could transfer Awakening gems to somebody, like I would totally throw them up as like rewards for the community. As a matter of fact, by Christmas, when we get to the banquet event, it will definitely be one of those things that if there is a way that I can gift an Awakening gem, we will do something for the channel. We just pulled Rentraw not too long ago, so he is definitely one that's in the works. Obviously, Star-Lord needs it. Shang-Chi does not need it. I know that for a fact. What kind of driving job do you do? Was it 18? Oh, no. I deliver for an app. We actually went through this the last stream. Or last Sunday night stream, I should say. Where people guessed for probably 45 minutes and nobody ever guessed which app I drive for. There's 4 of us in chat, but it says 3. Yeah, I know. It's been off all night long. There's been times that I know there was at least 10 in chat, and it was telling me there was only 2. So I think between YouTube screwing up, the weather conditions in my area, and then it's like Uber or DoorDash type of thing, yes. The hours for it, we open up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, something like that. I don't know. I never work open. And then we deliver until 3 in the morning. So, Um, so far, I have seen Kitty come up the most. And I know she needs it. So, Kitty gets the first one. No, I'm not doing Amazon. Though I may consider doing that at some point. As a matter of fact, the app I work for is going to crap so badly. And my pay has gotten cut so horribly that, yeah, it's about time that I'm going to have to go in another direction. The Tron is good. Yeah, I love Ultron overwhelmingly, and he's definitely a good choice for an Awakening Gem. So if I get even 2 votes for him, Ultron it will be. I've said top 10 of what you're gonna say immediately. Cap, I said it first. I said it during stream. Kitty needs 1 sig. It's so obvious. Yeah, I put off Kitty for a little while because I wasn't good with her, but I'm starting to use her a bit more. I was here last Saturday too. Yeah. So Uber Eats has been guessed. Well, Uber has Uber Eats, Uber Direct, and I think they have one more. Uber is not it. Say the app and then say it was an accident. Kitty needs Sig 200 for certain fights. So OP. Yeah, she'll eventually get pushed up on Sig levels as well. Nah, I have Sig 159 and she's fine. Yeah. Part of it too is I need to start working with Kitty more because she has that great synergy with Tigra. I will put it this way as well. As far as the app I deliver for, you would think that we sell more smoke products than we do. If you do that Dragon Man fight, she needs borderline the Sig 200. Stop capping at A-Bow. AB, that's like saying Sig 199 and Sig 200 Tigra is like the same, bro. You're a little brother, you forgot I'm the big brother champ. Yeah, it is one of those things. There's a lot of champions that really, honestly, 1 or 2, or even some of them at 20 sig levels, nothing. It's really not that big of a difference. So, Prime Vape. I don't think Prime Vape is a thing. But if it is, Red Hood Outlaw, bro, I thought you got banned by every MCOC channel because you talked a lot. But nah, this community is chill. They don't mind it at all. Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, like, we all have a great community here. A-Bow is the biggest capper in MCOC. A-Bow is not happy about that. Hoodlum used to talk to everyone a lot. I mean, I'm just privileged that everyone's talking to me now. Big brother, little brother, we all happy, brother. So, so I'm going to give it to a count of 5. If anyone says anything other than Ultron in the next 5 seconds, we will choose somebody else. But if not, it is the next Awakening Gym is going to Ultron, and then we're going to go back to Arena for probably about another 15 minutes, and then probably wrap things up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, Hulkling. Screw it. Hulkling and Ultron got it, and we'll just throw those out there. I'm gonna pick up another one here tomorrow, anyways. Plus, on top of that, I have plenty of other gems. So, I have 14 views on my worst Tiger gameplay video. We did do Ultron, so got him in there. Why Ultron? Because Ultron is amazing. He is a great champion, and for those who are not aware, wake up. Vatlick, good night. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you for the support, and I will see you next Sunday, if not sooner. Scorpion, Hulk guy. I already have Hulk awakened and rank 5. If you're talking Hulkling, we just awakened him. So, but let's go ahead and do another 10 or 15 minutes, kind of get started on this particular arena here, since I got to the first part. Mr. Bond, I believe you're correct in your perceived venture. Yes. Except for, when you call me Mr. Bond, you sound like a villain, because that's the only time that's the way it's put. But at the same time, yes, it is appropriate to call me that anyways. Ultron, first off, has amazing immunities. He also has regen at 50%, and when awakened, regen at 30%. So he can get you through quite a bit of fights, and also make sure that you save on potions and revives. He also is one of the few champions that deals with the idea that even though he bleeds champions, he can deal with bleed immune champions. So I do think Ultron is a great choice for anybody who's not aware. He is definitely a debate for me on whether or not he's going to be my first rank 5 tech champion. I also have Idum in the mix. I have a couple others in the mix that could very well go into that position, which is why I've hesitated on what we're going to do. Trying to guess some more driving companies. Go check delivery apps. If you want to figure out which one it is, last time I checked, that there are 17 delivery apps in my area alone. Okay? You guys have named all the easy to go with ones: DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Amazon, all the easy ones to come up with. As a matter of fact, somebody brought up Walmart, which would be Spark. There's also one out there called Roadie, which is not the one I work for. But if you guys want to figure this out, no, I won't though. I will make you guys this deal. The day that I officially can no longer have to worry about delivering for them, because I make enough off of YouTube that I can spend my time streaming and spend all my time with you guys, I will wear one of my shirts for the company, and we will put it live on stream, and I will tell you every horror story. As a matter of fact, I will dedicate an entire stream to telling you the horror stories of how much that company sucks and how many times they have screwed me over working for them. Um, Hoodlum, you don't even have to be in my country. They actually exist in Europe as well. As a matter of fact, they bought a company in Europe last year. Uh, but I am 100% going to promise that within the next 6 months, I will let everybody know 100% what the name of this company is that I've been delivering for the past 2 years. By that point, it'll have been for almost 3 years, and I will be done delivering for them as 100%. Um, as much as I'm not happy there, and as much as I'm trying to move on from there, I am not trying to move on because I had to discuss some matters with a lawyer. So, until that I'm in that position to not have to, he's going to die without telling us. It won't even be on the tombstone. uh, James, nice to see you back. I appreciate you making it in. Me, I live on at the end of the world. Hey man, that's a great place to live. That's actually where I would like to live. Is the end of the world. Um, Looking for my partner for the end of the world. Actually, so it is what it is. But I will assure you guys 100% that sometime within the next 6 months, you will know what delivery app I have spent the last 2.5 years of my life delivering for. It will not end up on my tombstone, and I will not die before I tell the stream who it is. These are my two promises to everybody. Uh, let's see. What's in your area? I just live. Yeah, it's freaking awesome in the New Zealand. Is that what NZ is, Hoodlum? Um, if I'm wrong, correct me. But definitely, I mean, I made it clear on the last stream, and I'm going to continue to make it clear that my plan is. Yeah, I proceeded to die against Corvus. Yes, I screwed up. Um, my plan is that this will. Okay, yeah, New Zealand, awesome. My plan is that this will be the last year that I spend in Iowa. And then by next spring at the latest, um, that I will be on the road full time for at least a year, possibly two. I'm thinking it's definitely going to be two. And we're going to start by traveling the United States, continental, obviously. And then after that, we will be going. I'll be making some decisions whether or not I settle down somewhere here in the United States, or if I go the direction that I figure I'm probably going to go, which is I will either be going to Europe or Australia. Um, Europe is the front runner. Australia is secondary. Um, have a lot of places in both those areas that I would like to see, and I need to figure out where in the world I want to be. Pick up EB and go to the Grand Canyon to stream. Um, yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be one of those things. James, why would I need a lawyer? Because this company likes to do anything they can to screw over as many people as they possibly can. As a matter of fact, they took away all our benefits in February and made us all sign uh, agreements that we would not pursue any legal action against them, as they cut our pay and screwed us out of our benefits and turned around and told us all that they would not be hiring any additional drivers, and hired 100 additional drivers, which then cut our pay even more, because then we now had 4 times the competition for half the orders. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be an amazing trip, and it is something that I want all of you guys to join me on. Um, I really do. I want you guys to travel the country with me, as I go looking. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna play MCOC, or preferably MCOC the entire time, as long as the game remains. And then after that, like I said, we're probably gonna get out of the United States. Chief, you want to meet? You want to visit Mother Russia? I mean, I've heard some amazing things about Russia. I don't think I would want to visit there anytime soon, with all the problems and everything. But it definitely would be someplace worth checking out at some point in life. Um, Australia is awesome. Come down under. I almost moved down there in my 20s. Um, but I have my kids, and so I didn't go then. Yeah, I see the streams acting up again. As a matter of fact, it'll probably be. We're gonna go ahead and since it's doing it again, um, I apologize, guys. I know tonight has not been the greatest of streams for us. We hit a lot of lag, um, and a lot of delays. But I appreciate everybody stopping in. I appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, we are going to get a crystal opening out tomorrow, and then we're going to stream at least a couple more times this week. Stay tuned, and I will make some announcements. On the PC, not on my iPhone. Interesting. I wonder if that's just because the iPhone's caught up to the stream. Um, but like I said, I'll be making some announcements on when I'm going to go live this week. If you're part of my Discord group, obviously you'll get the notifications. If you have the notification bell hit, I appreciate that as well. Um, yeah, Hoodland's New Zealand, from New Zealand, not Australia. Um, but yeah, I mean, guys, it like I said, we're gonna get quite a bit going, and we are gonna start streaming on a more regular basis. Not that we haven't done every Sunday, but I do want to start adding days to the week. So stay tuned. I've got some more big things coming. We are also going to be adding memberships to the channel within the next week or so. So stay tuned. I will have some information on that. Let's see real quick. Is anyone... you know what, guys? I think we're going to go... So let's go ahead and see if we can't get noticed tonight. Let's jump over. Looks like BG is live right now. So, I mean, if we're going to get noticed by somebody, let's get noticed by somebody big tonight. Let me get it all set up here. I know it's my common one, but let's go ahead and do hashtag Wolfpack and go run over and show some love for one of the original OGs. And I will be back next week. Like I said, we're going to get quite a bit of things going this week. I appreciate everybody stopping in for the stream tonight. If you all would, please jump over, say hi to BG, and let's see if we can get noticed tonight. Have a great night, and I will see you guys back for another one very soon. We'll have some videos coming out this week, and I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys back soon. Peace out.